Hello everyone, Brickships1912 here. Sorry for the lack of videos this year, but I'm here now and I have a video for you. So, let's begin. This is a video on everything that I have kept from older models. Because in one of my YouTube shorts of my SS United States in 1/300 scale. If you haven't seen the video about her, top right please, once you finish this one. One of you noticed the prow of my old Mark IV Olympic just sitting there above her, and the bridge. And they were like, well, that's cool, what else do you have? So, in this here video, I'm going to go through what still exists, and while going through what still exists, I'll give you like the date in which the model was made, probably maybe when it was scrapped if I can be bothered. That's editing me's problem. I'll give you a photo and the date the model was built, maybe when it was scrapped, but let's get into it. And I think we're going to start off with film props from LEGO Titanic: The Disaster at Sea. So let's get into it. So, as you can see here in front of you, these are the two surviving parts of both the RMS Carpathia model, photo and date on screen now, and the forward funnel of the Titanic. Obviously it's a Titanic movie right there. So I'll give you a little bit of a spin. They're not very detailed, these. They don't even have like a top to them. They're just comedically large. This is actually kind of to scale with Carpathia, but I just need to show you this. So this Titanic back here, who's aura farming right now, this is how big her funnels are. They're tiny. These are like James Cameron level exaggeration. Okay, go back onto the aura farming Titanic back there. So yeah, date and when they were built. Obviously we know these are, oh god, these would be near 4 years old, near probably 6 actually. That makes me feel old, considering 10 years to my channel. Okay, I'm going to stop having a midlife crisis at the age of 22. But that is it for LEGO Titanic: The Disaster at Sea props. Let's do a bit of a jump to another older model that kind of relates to LEGO Titanic: Disaster at Sea. Let's get into that. So, this funnel, this thing right here, this tiny little guy that's being really covered in by the black stand Titanic's on, is the surviving funnel that I made for my Nomadic back in 2020. God, I'm actually going to be scared for when I do actually look into when I made this funnel, because it might actually be one of the oldest surviving funnels here, which is diabolical. But it is the funnel that I made for my Nomadic when I was making Amnesia Menard, which was what Nomadic was named after she was bought by the French when the White Star Line gave her up because they didn't exist, or something like that. I don't really know Nomadic lore. But that is it for probably the oldest funnel here. Diabolical. So, everyone, the ruins that you're seeing in front of you here is... Why am I giving you an ugly angle of this? This is probably the largest surviving amount of a ship that still exists. Probably actually looks pretty similar to what the wreck did when it sank, well, after they blew it up. This is the surviving remnants of my SS Atlantic. We've got a forecastle here, a funnel there, and then the largest piece that still exists is her, I think, forward well deck. It might be. There's an angle piece here saying that that might be the bow. But yeah, that is the SS Atlantic. This one, I have no idea. It is an oddity that I found in the bottom of my Lego bin. This thing. I do not actually know when this was built. It could be a reconstruction of my first Titanic funnel, or it could be something. I don't know. I don't remember this. I just found it in a Lego tub like this. Very, very complex funnel building right here. It is a plus sign. But yeah, that is the oddity funnel. No build date or photo, because I don't know what this is. I found it and it scares me. I'll put it in the background. It can ominously sit there. So now we'll go to the Mark IV Olympic pieces, because she's got a few. She does have a few pieces. She has a lifeboat still around, her bridge, her prow, and her forward funnel, which, funny enough, is again bigger. I do not know what I was doing, but it's bigger than the Lego Titanic The Disaster at Sea funnel. And I was supposedly measuring shit by this point, but you know, we'll ignore that fact. Titanic is up there mogging right now. Like, I'm looking at the angle of the bridge in the, like, mini camera view. Epic sauce. Okay, but yeah, date, photo, and fun fact about Mark IV RMS Olympic. Speaking of the Titanic sitting up there aura farming, the Mark IV Olympic coexisted with that Titanic for almost the length of a year, and you know what's sad? I don't even have a photo of them together because I just didn't think about it, obviously. But that Titanic and the Olympic that was built out of these pieces coexisted together, which is diabolical. But now let's go put them up the back. Let's go more modern. Let's go White Star Line's modern period if they actually built the thing. This is the surviving funnel of my old Oceanic 3. Not the original, the rebuild one that I then scrapped to build what is currently my Oceanic 3, which I might redesign because that thing is 2 years old at this point. But yeah, this is a very, very chunky funnel, the biggest one here in terms of length, not in terms of height. It's just a chunky guy. Look at it, 6 by 9. Like it is a crazy big funnel. Now this is one that is a little bit, I know a lot of people are gonna be sad about this model. I'm a little sad that I did scrap this model. But here is the surviving funnel of my SS America model that I built 3 years ago now. Yeah, it would have to be 3 years. That's scary. That is really scary. But yeah, now let's go. All of these models back here, they all have significant age to them. All being 3, 4, 2, all that. This is probably actually the most new funnel that is still around from a model that actually sits there. But it's interesting and I'm going to keep it in this video. This is the test build that I did for the design of my 1/300 scale SS United States funnels, because they are one of the most complex funnels I have ever made. And you can tell that this is an older funnel because darker blue of my America, because I found out the pieces exist and I was an idiot for going for the lighter blue, but whatever. So yeah, that is it for all of the funnels that I have, all the funnels and bits and bobs that I have kept over the years. The oldest being that nomadic funnel, surely the oldest. But yeah, if you have liked this video, I do plan more videos. I'll reveal one here on screen. It is going to be a video on how to build a Lego ocean liner like myself, because there are plenty other ways to do it. And I have an idea of a video series that I want to do, or try to do. I might not do a video series, I might just do a video and just include how I made it. But I want to build a cardboard ocean liner, because why not? I might even make it floatable. It might not be a waterline model like everyone complains that I make waterline models. But I'm going to stop this ramble, stop this waffle. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. And I do have more videos coming, I swear guys. Alright, goodbye.